What's happening, guys? Silent Mike checking in. We're mostly on Twitter at Silent Mike with 2Ks. We're using hashtag AskSilent. If you guys want to reach me either for Twitter questions or for Q&As up and coming, I might try to use that deal on Instagram as well. If you use hashtag AskSilent, we'll hunt them down. I'm excited, guys. This is the last workout before heading to LA. It's a week or two before Alan's meet. Hopefully you guys follow Alan Thrall on YouTube. I believe his meet results are up, which is awesome. Everything is fucking awesome. I believe that's the Lego song. Excited to chat with you guys. I got another series project in the work. More ways for me to interact, help, and create content. So hashtag AskSilent. If you guys want some info, you want some help. And then also stay tuned here on the YouTube. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. Turn on notifications. Notification squad. Roll call in the comments right now. Let me know you're alive, and we will keep pushing forward. Just in the background here, some squats. I believe maybe even some bench. Just some light work, slight work, as my man, I believe Wale said back in the day. On Twitter, here we go. Should I wait till I'm back in a surplus to start a program or start now while on a deficit? Pretty decent question. So programming is important to me, and I think should be important to you for any goal. Obviously, if you're in a surplus, that program may be a little more aggressive and you may make more gains. But even in a deficit, whether you do marathon running, yoga, powerlifting, obviously, but cut or bulk, a program is just a way to stay organized and allow you to go further in your goals and get there quicker, more efficiently. So obviously Kaizen has a fat loss program. If that's something you're interested in, link is always in the description. That's me, Bart, Kwan, and Omar Isov, combining minds, experience, and knowledge to formulate a plan, not only just a Excel program for you guys to follow, sets, reps with progressions, periodized, etc. But it's also tools. Often we have diet tools, we have instructional, more in-depth programming tools, and exercise library, allowing you guys to figure out different exercises for your goals, your needs, and also the technique on them. So yes, you need a program while you're dieting. I guess you don't need. Nothing is necessary, but it will help you out and get to your goals faster. What is the best advice you can give someone who overeats? That's a good question, man. I think that's an obvious problem for many people, myself being one of them. And although you can get too attached and too stressed by tracking your food, there are some negatives to it. I do think tracking your food, weighing your food for at least a little while allows you to understand what you're eating more in depth and the nutrition that's involved and the calorie density of some of the foods that we often eat. So if you overeat, what I do is I obviously more calorie dense foods, ice cream, pizzas, etc. I just don't buy and keep them in the house. If I'm going to eat something like that, I'm going to go out to the store and get them, or out to a restaurant and get them. So weighing your food, knowing portion control. If you weigh your food out, measure your food out, it's kind of already portioned for you, so you don't overeat. And then with the more calorie dense foods, just buy, if you want to get ice cream, don't go to the store and buy a gallon. Go and buy a ice cream cone or a scoop from the store. And that's always helped me stay more in track. Here's Alan in the back getting all kinds of fired up. I think this is his heaviest squat, around 495. And he ended up squatting about 520 or so in his meet. Super clean squat, super clean form from Alan Thrall as always. Next question. Good substitute for deadlifts. Now, if you don't like deadlifting, that's one thing, but if you're injured and cannot deadlift, that may be another issue. So if you don't like deadlifting, something like a trap bar deadlift is probably your next best option. Obviously, there's stiff leg deadlifts and other slight variations, block pulls, rack pulls, etc. that are really good. If you're injured, that's a whole different story. We may have to go a totally different direction and just substitute it with something like a Bulgarian split squat or something that doesn't load the spine or isn't as much as a hip hinge, but you're still building on your legs, glutes, etc. Obviously, back extensions reverse hyperextensions, glute ham raise or glute ham developer are all things that work similar muscles. But to be honest, I think powerlifting is amazing, and I think those 3 lifts are what they are because you can't substitute them. Sure, you can front squat instead of back squat, and you'll get a lot of similar effects, but doing the back squat, you can handle more weight than the front squat. It just is how it is, and that's similar with the other 2. Overhead press is an amazing movement, but with equal work, you can bench press more than you can overhead press. More stimulus causes more hypertrophy and more power over time. So not saying that you can't close grip press or overhead press or front squat or pause squat. Those are obviously great additions, but the 3 main lifts are the 3 main lifts for a reason. So realize that if you're injured, figure out why you're injured, focus on what you can do, not what you cannot do. So if you can do some kind of a belt squat, Bulgarian, something like that to take the load off. And if you don't like to deadlift, one, I do suggest you try to just learn to love the deadlift, whether it's as a variation like the sumo, block pull, rack pull, etc. It is a great power builder. It is a great exercise for general strength. Let's see if we got anything else good on Twitter. Best way to go about training while deadlifting with a cold. I've talked about this a ton. Basically, I think if you're sick, depending on the degrees of sickness, obviously there's stuff where it's a high fever, etc. Obviously the hospital, and then there's something that's allergies or a small cold. But majority of the time, I think you're best off just getting better. A stress is a stress, so your body, stressing your body from training, stressing your body from homework, stressing your body from business or family issues, relationship issues, and stressing your body from sickness all takes away from the same tank of energy that we have. So if you're sick, going to the gym often can be counterproductive, not only for your progress in the gym, but also for your progress and getting healthy. So get healthy first, then make your way back to the gym. Taking a couple days off, even a week off, won't be the end of the day a big deal. You will be able to continue. What else we got? Someone else, it looks like on Twitter, has an Ask Silent hashtag. Who are you, buddy? I'm here on Twitter live. Who's the other Ask Silent? You're making me mad. It sounds like it's a video game guy. Silent Ushi? Does anyone know that person? It looks like they do Twitch, so they're getting a bunch of questions stealing my fucking flow here. Anyways, guys, diet's still locked in. I've gone over it. Hopefully you guys check out my weightlifting. I'm super excited to share that with you. As you guys know, I've been powerlifting for 8 years or more, pretty strictly. So again, I'm not that strong, but I'm pretty proficient at the lifts and programming, etc. So for me, weightlifting is a total new ball game, and it's really pushing me mentally and a little bit physically, mostly the mobility and just trying to figure out body positions. Although physically, I don't really get that beat up just because the amount of weight I can snatch is absolutely nothing compared to what my body is used to doing in a row or overhead or something. But I'm very excited to keep progressing on that. Everything is fun, although frustrating, and I think we're going to continue with that series for another couple months. I will be traveling, so I'll be weightlifting more on my own without a coach, and then hopefully I'll become proficient enough to hop in the team practices at Occam Athletics instead of by myself with just Ben. So that'll also be a new experience and new content for you guys. We do have the diet series, the last little bit of my cut here. I was traveling in LA last week, just before this voiceover, and I came back the exact same body weight. So that feels really good that I was able to travel and still stick to my diet. Cardio, all that is still locked in. And then the new series, which is obviously this, instructional, voiceover, etc. But the new series is what I'm thinking, guys, is I'm thinking about taking some of your videos, your lifting, bench, squat, deadlift, whatever it may be, allowing you to submit it to me, and then I will analyze and coach maybe one or two of you through on each video, each series. So I would be giving you guys basically a little bit of free coaching, some tips and cues on technique, and another way for me to interact and help you guys. Let me know below. Give it a thumbs up and comment below if that's something you guys would like to see for you, the viewers, my people, my subscribers, to send me videos of yourself lifting, or even a friend or something if you wanted. There would be a couple rules and regulations on how to video, just so we can make it clean enough and look decent. And then I will coach you through your technique and try to help improve it. Thumbs up if that sounds like a good call. Appreciate you guys. As always, we got more traveling coming up, so I'm super excited. There's some vlogs on the way, instructional, again, weightlifting and diet. Silent Mike, I'm out of here, people. Appreciate you.